Hey everybody, welcome back to Buddy Spirits and Cigars. Today we are doing Elijah Craig B523. Kind of behind on this one, but hey, you know, better late than never, right?
Shit happens.
It does. I've had this one for quite a while. We just haven't gotten to it. We've had so many other bottles and so many life events, blah, blah, blah. You name it. However, we're going to form our own opinion on this Elijah Craig B523. Last year's B522 was the worst of the three. I don't know if it's going to be that way this year, but we're going to find out and see what happens. So let's get into it.
Didn't Mr. Fred Minnick say this is not a caramel bomb?
I will tell you what he said after we try it. I don't want to put any bias or any of that kind of stuff on there.
Or maybe he said the inverse. I don't remember. I watched it.
That's disappointing.
That was
kind of
lackluster.
Kind of weak.
I like me some Elijah Craig. If only some liquor store we knew nearby would ever come up with store
Dude.
picks. That'd be sweet.
Terp and cork slightly. That is like his new mortal enemy.
By
He
the
didn't
way-
smash his finger that time.
By the way, this one is
Can we have a-
11 years, 5 months, and it is 124.2
Golf clap.
proof.
So I do remember Fred Minnick being pissed that it wasn't 12 years old. And then he tried it.
He was not happy about that. And I mean, it's
Which, I mean, if you set a standard and then you dive under that standard, and it may be better than what it would have been at 12 years. I don't know. You know, I'm sure the tasters and whoever decides that this is going to be whatever is better at it than I am.
how do you know though? How do you know if 6 more months is going to add that much more to a particular batch?
I don't.
How do you figure that out? You can't predict the future.
You can't.
So
Am I wrong? Elijah, they're the oldest in the game, right?
I know Old Forester was one of the ones that continued to bottle through
From
Prohibition,
Yeah.
but I don't know about Elijah Craig.
yeah, the thing is you can get a license for doing that medicinally, and that's how you're able to keep your distillery alive and to continue to
Yeah.
do.
I went and saw Dr. Forrester the other day.
Well, I mean, it is what it is.
I
you
visit
know?
that guy
If
all
you
the
could-
I visit that guy all the fucking time.
if you could find a doctor to write you a script for it, I mean, hey, you know, there it is. It doesn't have the nose of a typical Elijah Craig. You don't.
I feel like it's very ethanol forward.
It is.
It burnt my noses.
You don't get a ton of the brown sugar caramel, all that typical that you get from Elijah Craig.
There's a sweetness, but it's not the brown sugar caramel stuff.
All right, dove in.
That's what I figured. Let's go, Des. Awesome.
I get the hug down here.
She watered my eyes.
Here. Like, I feel it going down my body.
Jealous.
I always like the smell of it right after it hits the palate. That way you can kind of,
I love the smell right after I eat
if
it.
anything pulls out of it.
Yeah.
I still don't get that typical Elijah Craig.
I get like a tobacco. Maybe some raisin or something in there.
To me, a typical Elijah Craig barrel proof, you have that caramel, brown sugar, vanilla, stuff like that. This one seems to, and that to me, I kind of consider it more of a on the dessert side of things in a sense. This one tastes more like an entree to me. It's more serious. It's not near as sweet. Maybe even a little bit of peppery.
Yeah, there's some spices in there.
Top
Yeah.
flavor to this.
Are you following on the tobacco-y side though? A little bit. You catching that? No, me, just me. Okay, that's fine.
No, I mean it has a very minute amount of sweetness compared to the past barrel proofs that we've done and had and all that.
It's not
But like
bad.
I said, it
It's just
doesn't
different.
seem as desserty to me or as sweet, basically. It seems more of, like I said, like an entree. It's more serious. It's not a typical Elijah Craig barrel proof.
Give me some flavors. What are you percolating?
Well,
there?
I did. I mean, the peppery feeling. You get a little bit of Kentucky hug. Not insane for me, but you still get that, and it's not as sweet as the others have been.
So pepper and hug.
Yeah, it's more ethanol forward, I think, especially on the nose.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
I get tobacco in there, man. Some tobacco. Maybe it's earth. I don't know. Leather, whatever they call it. I don't know. Something like that, though.
I get some peppery flavors. I don't. Not the tobacco. You get the oak. I'm not getting tobacco. What are you getting? I know you are staring at me.
Not like a sweet tobacco. I would like to not say that. It's not like a sweet tobacco, but like a
I'm not getting tobacco. I'm getting
like an earthy.
I'm getting like your typical
Grr.
Elijah Craig profile.
Really?
With it's like your typical profile with just more ethanol to it. More it's like feels like a younger version almost.
So you're I'm 6 months
I see what he
younger.
did there.
Come on. But so you're getting the caramel, brown sugar, vanilla, like that comes very prominent in an Elijah Craig. I'm not getting that at
My
all.
initial drink, I took too much and took it no homo to
Imagine that.
or unless you like that, I don't know. But I took it to the back of the throat and it burned, and I drank a little water, and then I revisited it, and I'm getting the typical. I'm getting the vanillas, the brown sugars. I guess
for
a
you.
little earthy, but it's a little spicier,
Good for you.
and it's a little more ethanol-y.
Maybe
than
it's like leather.
some of the others I've had.
I don't know. Tasting something darker, and it's not. I get the oak, but it's something other than oak.
Which the last two that I've had have been like store picks from Elijah Craig, and they've been super, super good. But I think they were higher proof. I think we're close to 130 range.
like I'm getting like a.
128.
It's gonna be goofy. I'm getting like a Ron Swanson manly taste.
It's not sweet.
Right.
I get sweet.
But it's not
I get
just-
a little sweet.
But it's not just oak and pepper. I mean, I get those. I'm not disagreeing. But there's something else there.
I don't get pepper at all.
I get like a spice on the tail end. Or I don't know if it's black pepper or spice.
get
I don't
heat,
know.
but I don't get
Baking spices. I don't know. But
To me, it's just not. You don't have that very prominent caramel, brown sugar, vanilla taste that you get from a typical Elijah Craig barrel proof. It is more ethanol forward, has more oak, has a peppery taste to me. It's more of a serious, bolder taste versus a sweeter, typical Elijah Craig barrel proof that you normally get.
3.
3?
It's very good.
You rated something earlier.
I know. I rated that too high. I know. I messed up. It is what it is. We can't take it back. We're real here. We give our real first opinions. We don't retape anything. We just give it. Anybody watching that, I did that too high. That's on my bad. It happened.
He's talking about the cream of Kentucky. And I did too.
It happened. I mean, but we mess up.
We mess up. We're human. It is what it is. I'm going 3 1/4. I don't think it's great. I really don't. And it's kind of following along the lines so far of last year, where the B batch is just not great.
It's
The
good.
A batch of this year blows this out of the water.
The A123.
The A123 blows this out of the water.
This just isn't. When I buy an Elijah Craig barrel proof, I'm looking for something other than this. Does that make sense? And so maybe that's why I'm disappointed. Maybe if this was in a different bottle or even a private select or something, and I wasn't looking for that caramel, brown sugar, super
I'm kind
sweet
of
profile.
I'm with you. I'm kind of disappointed. I really am. I'm looking forward to us doing our review on the 923. I really am. The C923. Last year, in my opinion, the C922 was the pick of the crop. And it may be that way this year. I don't know. We haven't got into the 923 yet, but we're going to do a review on that as well. So 3 1/4. That's where I'm at.
Price.
It's same price, typical Elijah Craig price.
75.
It's
Availability.
like $70.
This one,
You can find them.
You can find it. I've seen this sitting on the shelf plenty of places.
3 1/4.
Yeah.
I still get some of the sweetness, but I definitely agree. It's more of a, it's not like your typical, like I'd almost say the others are more like a dessert bourbon whiskey diving
This is
into.
more of an entree.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. It's good though, but it's a 3 1/4.
I agree with it too. I said it. Anyway, that's our review of Elijah Craig B523. It's okay, but if you're expecting the normal Elijah Craig barrel proof profile, this is not going to be the one. That's just where it's at. So anyway, that's all we have time for this episode. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next one.